That first question, you guys had kind of a weird year last year, to say the least. Took a month off because of the hurricane, played a lot of games over in Augusta, played some weird scheduling because of the hurricane. Coming off of a year like that, what are you returning as the biggest strength?
Well, I think we returned a lot as far as our secondary. We lost one starter, all those guys come back. Our entire receiving corps comes back. We had a couple guys transfer out because of the work that we do now. But overall, a lot of key guys on our team are returning. So we just look forward to continuing to build on some of the things we did later in the year last year.
Who are some new faces that are going to play a bigger role for you?
We got a lot of freshmen that's going to probably come in and contribute. We'll be starting new faces at quarterback. No matter which one we put out, neither one of them had to start at the position. But there's new faces. I mean, again, my opponent for week one is here, so I can't say everything. But we got some new guys that went through the development process of playing the JV schedule. They came through our program. They was able to learn our system, which for them was a totally new system. So last year they had to learn offense and defense. Two new systems, so we're going to see some guys being able to play some crossover this year. So it may not be as true new faces, but it may be some guys in some different places that was on our team last year.
Yeah, Coach, we can send Spoon out and then you can leave. We can trade off. What do you think is an area that's going to be most improved from last season?
Just the continuity of knowing what we're doing. Offensively, we do a lot. Again, triple option, spread, old school wing key stuff. And for me, I didn't dumb down a lot because they're high school kids. It's about preparation. Then I came from college level, and I wasn't going to water it down for them when that's what we're trying to take them. So those guys being able to learn that system now and then for another year, that's going to be a big improvement. And then defensively as well, we weren't physical. Again, coming from college back to high school, I didn't like to wear full pads at practice and stuff like that. But I know in high school you can't skip that step. So we're going to be more physical this year because every day of spring we full pads. When we're able to put them on Thursday from that day that we play West Side, we're going to be full pads. So it's just getting back to those guys banging on a daily basis instead of taking a, hey, I got to save them for week one approach that I was doing. Now it's we got to do. Ain't no shortcut. So it's we're gonna get it out the mud and just do it that way. So the most improved, I think, is gonna be our discipline and overall physicality.
All right, let's give this one to Jalen. Jalen, what do you want people to say about your team?
I want people to say discipline. We put in a lot of work this off season. Make it to where we trying to go at. I want people to say we are a good, disciplined team. Yeah.
All right. That's why receivers talking about discipline and hard work. We love it. Dre, what are your team goals this season?
I say our biggest team goal is making it to the playoffs, something that I haven't been in a long time.
All right. And Coach, what does it mean to you as a coach to have an event like the Gridiron Classic right here in Macon?
Well, for us to give our community an opportunity to see us play, like you mentioned, I think after our first 2 weeks, we don't play a team within the 2.5 hour radius.
Right.
So what we kind of do at Howard is we off by ourselves over on Forsyth Road, and it kind of ironically seems to be that way throughout the season. But again, it's when we got to travel, we're in a region with Augusta and Baldwin is the closest opponent in West Lawrence. But for as a home game, it just gives it. While I was playing West Side here, again, I've heard the tales of that game. I was able to be a part of it. Coach Spoon told me everything it was prior to us playing last year. And again, it lived up to everything that he said it was going to be. But not a lot of people got to see it because it was 6 hours long. It was an hour away from here. It was hot, and we had I think the 2 o'clock game that day. So by us getting the primetime game, hopefully we can make it live up to what it was, but allow more people to see it, and they're able to see the Howard brand. Because again, when we play a team from Augusta that nobody knows, only people coming to see us is our immediate support group of friends, families, and students from Howard High School. So by us being able to hopefully win over some new people in that first Gridiron Classic is going to allow our brand per se to grow, because now we're able to be visualized by more than just our immediate family, our immediate Howard community, but we're trying to get on that level where, again, we've seen Northeast and we've seen Southwest go to the state championship and have people follow. When we get there, I don't know if our bus transporters will be that many because we're a new school, but being able to play this game here is going to allow people to see what we've been doing for the last 24 months or however.
Appreciate it. I told Coach Colvin, I'm bad luck, because every time I tried to come to a Howard game, we had a weather crisis last year, so hopefully that streak will not continue. Anybody got any questions for Howard?
What's been the biggest challenge so far with such a young team stepping up?
Just getting them to adapt to the change. Me being a new coach last year, the coach that I successed was a part of the staff that was there prior. So they had the same thing with a different face, so it sounded the same, it looked the same, it felt the same. But I think now they know the direction is different, it's a lot different. And by being year 2 of it, it's no longer is that fluff, is it fake? No, it's for real.
You mentioned that. I think, if I recall correctly, last year you didn't have really the whole off season because of when you came in. What's the biggest change you've implemented that you've been able to do because you have the longer runway this season?
Well, again, last season, I think if it wasn't for Southwest staff, I wouldn't have been able to play a spring game as far as getting us there. So, I mean, I just really think being able to get a staff, having a full year of staff. I was only offensive coach all my first year. I called the whole spring game, coached every position, 15 minutes of Indy per day last year. And then, like I said, getting here late. We just took control of what we could, but we finished this spring with 92 kids, and just trying to build up for that. Now, in the off season, we've probably seen out of those 92 from spring, we've retained about 81 of them. So knowing that where our numbers are, we're able to get a lot more stuff done in practice, and just continue building brotherhood. We speak a lot about over there. I am, because we are, and our kids are finally, they feeling that now, and yeah, that's really been the big thing, is just putting everything together as far as being present, because you got to be where your feet are. And my feet was still down the road. Coaches was moving in and still trying to get them late, but we're able. I think we got a great staff now. We've added a couple new young pieces in the coaching staff. Literally just got done playing in Canada, and one just got done playing in Catawba, who's an alumni. So we're just trying to model our staff of what a lot of other teams have done here and making it a success.
You talked about a couple general areas where you think you've improved. Last year, I mean, the record didn't reflect. I feel like you had 1 point game. The game with Westside was crazy overtime. Is there anything specific you think will get you over the hump in those games? Is it less penalties? Is it a better specific, like a rushing thing, or anything like that you think will bridge that gap?
It's going to have to be starting fast. They were like, people came here and watched us play ball, and they jumped up 21-0. I think it was 28-28 at halftime. But we just got to have that fast start mentality, and that's a lot of what we've done this off season has been, let's start fast, let's play fast, let's think less and do more. So for our group, it's just, how do we start fast? Because nobody's going to remember who almost won. We almost beat Westside. You can say that 6 points last year, 6 points the year before that, 1 point the year before that, 12 points the year before that, and 19 the year before that. So other than 1 year, we've almost beat Westside for 4. But almost don't count. They're going to remember you lost. So the kids have to learn that, hey, nobody cares that we was 4-6 and we lost 3 games by less than a touchdown. And it could easily been 7-3, but nobody's gonna remember that. You lost. You're a loser. You gotta fix it. Go out there and perform and win. That's what we gotta change. So how they feel? You lost. How they feel? How to change that feeling? Win. Nobody gonna remember who lost. They gonna remember who won. They ain't gonna remember.
All right, we appreciate y'all.